Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Barton. Right, we're going to run things on a minute. So we should need that, which is right, that's good. Let's see, I think we're going to find out where this is. Okay. Try for the Rending Mountains and see what we get there. Again, we're getting some high level stuff here, and we're trying to get ones of the type that we need ourselves. So that was a pretty good one to get. A concentrated lintel. Okay. We're going again. Yeah, I think everything has been going on. Obviously getting to Ted, he's coming down with a bit of a sickness. Which one are we going to take? You, I think. Many of the dead enter the mansion through the white door. They wander its corridors in silence until they are lost. Some embrace each other, some devour each other, some force their way into the dreams of the living. A few record their memories on the mansion stone where it is soft. They scratch it with their nails, you see. Last night I read one of those memories. Okay, click that. Get straight back in. Here we go. Okay. Let me just see what goes there. So protection. Right now we don't have any protection, and probably not enough, like high enough in the mantis to even get the protection that we need either. This illness has damaged my health. I need to rest before I am fully recovered. Okay. I can go there because he needs to go in there next. Optimism is the spice which saves. And Dorothy sorting things out for us as usual. Okay. What do we get this time? Hunter's Pits. Okay, grab that. We're going to go there straight away. So start with the usual two. Actually, it's Neville and... yeah, let's send Elridge instead of Victor this time. Normally it's Victor. Just as I said, the usual two, and then I pick one of them isn't the usual one. One of those. Okay. The Trap Labyrinth of the Tearing Tribes. We'll have to scale the mountains and battle our way through the tribes. After that, no doubt, there will be something else. Okay. Do that. Run it on. Okay, got some new vitality. It's always good. Okay, and that's done as well. That's good. Right, let's study for some more erudition. Okay, planning for the next phase, so let's see. The mother of Vance is born among serpents. She has so very many younger sisters. Can be defeated in battle, or it will respond to the mother's power. Okay, and they're fight as well. How about you? Need Forge or Winter? Okay, so let's start sending some Winter along. Okay, we have a pulsing airs, which may help there. We'll see. The hours have been called unmerciful, but they permit sleepers sometimes to walk in the orchard of lights, where each fruit glows like a sunset, where the roots of the trees are shaped for peaceful rest, where the mist soothes the heart. I was there last night. The taste of the fruit lingers, sharp and sweet, as the passage of spring to summer. Okay. Let's see that. Will that actually slot in there or not? No. It's too low level, I think. Okay. Well, we're going to deal with you. Which means using this one. Yeah. Okay, do that. Work is done. Get it going again. So let's see what's going to happen here with the curse this time. Okay, we just got some fascination, that's fine. I cannot stop seeing. If I look long enough, I will not wish to. I'm going to deal with that now as well. We do have a ton of books that we're going to have to sort out at some point. The Madrigal is strong in winter. Probably she will keep us from avalanches. Well, let's send Eau Claire as well. Get that up to 10. Really want to avoid those avalanches if we can. Okay, get some more erudition. We pop that there. And combine another one, or another two of these, should I say. Right. Frost scarred and shivering, we've made it through the mountains. Good. Okay, got a health pack as well. Now gonna shoot back into the Mantis. Right. Still need to deal with that at some point. Probably when that's done. Okay, so let's send you along so we have all of the things that we want there. And we send funds the next time. Okay, you two can move there. It's not that. Did we send funds? Let's do that. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. It's good. Okay, let's go with this one. Glimmering. The sun and splendor, the hour who once ruled the Mantis, was known to walk in the orchard before his terrible division. Sometimes his remnants walk here still. Sometimes I see the chilly radiance of the Menescape through the trees, or the chillier radiance of the sun and rags. But if they come upon me, it might be my end. But to see them in the distance is a gift of insight. Okay, up you there. Probably not going to be able to make use of you. Now, I'm going to do this as well. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium, make my dreams sweet, but only in times of special crisis. their blood pumps bright then dark. They should not have opposed us. We move on. That's not good. That's up to 2 now. Oh, reason. Yep. Yeah, so that definitely needs to be dealt with. Here's some contentment that's going to help us with that. Let's see. You're going to be a problem as well because you're going to, or will you? No, because it's going to be gone by the time you look. Okay. That's good at least. You should come down here as well. Now, we should pop back in here and provide help. Okay. How long does that have left? Not long enough, I think. Right, let's provide some funds for there. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that we're going to get an injury there. We'll see. Well, we're getting affliction at least. For Ted himself. That's done. Now. Study for that. The serpent's mouth is large, crouching. His tongue is the thickness of a man's shoulder, but almost certainly to respect the power we bear. Well, let's bear a little more power, so up to 17 now. Doesn't actually change the dynamics at all. Just makes us feel a little bit better. So Rose has gone out there to sort things out, hopefully. Keep everybody on track. Ted always feels good when she's out there. One, because he knows that she's generally going to be acting in the interest of the cult, but also it means that she's not around here, potentially plotting things as well. That we've read that recently, so we won't read it again for a while. Straight back in. Basically hoping to snag a glimmering if we can there. I have to deal with you as well. And this one. And we have that one with 1 fascination and a 2. This illness has damaged my health. I'll need to rest before I'm fully recovered. Yeah, poor old Ted's nerves aren't really doing well at the moment. We've got that. Now we shall study for a glimmering. Because again, this glimmering won't be around when we need it. It lowers its head. Moisture seeps from its lidless eyes. It is weeping. What does it remember of its elder sister, whose power we call upon? If we can resolve that, it will help us to resolve that as well. Where that goes could be a big factor too, I think. Okay, oh, we got a glimmering, which is unfortunate, because we just studied for one as well. I recall my dream. This was the lodge of the blue silk. flapping in the wind of the bounds at the manse's edge, and here was its mistress, who welcomed me as she welcomes all travellers. Company is nice, she confided, but I still miss my Christopher. 10 years are not enough, but we could not have been long together, not without touching each other. And you know what occurs when a man lies with a long woman, or perhaps you don't. I hope you don't. I won't tell you, just in case. I will give you a tiny gift. Decent gift, nice glimmering for us. Should deposit it there. But again, unfortunately, we won't be making use of it. Let's make use of this, though. All I need now is time. Okay, now. Ted would just tell Dorothy, listen, Dorothy, probably should have got you on this a bit earlier, but I need you to go do your thing. Yeah, and she's maybe thinking, yeah, he should have told me earlier, but probably doesn't voice it. Still trying to work her way. She's always been in our good graces, in Ted's good graces, but it's more a case of she's got a good relationship with Ted, but she wants to make sure that he feels like he can always she's his go-to person to deal with this kind of stuff, and sometimes that's not always true. Yeah, we're going to combine 2 of these. Okay. These are the trophies the hunters won. Not all the beasts they slew are beasts that walk the earth today. Okay, that. And we can have a look. Okay, there's something to forge here, which is good. Now it already goes there. Right. The August Stone, a tremendous bowl, big as a gong, carved from black basalt, with matching incantations in Aramaic and Mandaic. If you speak Aramaic, you can use this as the key to Mandaic. Beautiful. Okay, so it's going to go down here. Beside our Aramaic stuff. That's going to be very useful. Right, and then we have you. Oh, so that's nice. Those are actually 12. But they are ingredients. They go here. Okay, and then how about you? You are okay. Malus imperative, a tiny ear bone blackened by intense heat. Applied correctly, it can crack stone. Okay, perfect. That is one of the things that we're looking for. And let's see, you are supposed to be up here. Okay, and then you're 8. Okay, so you can move there, and you can pop down. Here we go. Right. That is really good because it means that we can have another go at Forge's Redemption. That's not so good because now... Oh, that is actually good because that's going to solve that one. We then just need to work on solving you, which we can actually do now before we do anything else. Let's get out to the club. In tonight's performance, Amethyst, a net-wheeling hunter, pursues a veil-winged woman through a murmuring maze of blue-clad dancers. Each movement is underwater slow. So we're going to get Fascination, which is not perfect. We may get Contentment as well. But Fascination at least won't go in there, because that's done. Oh, we have another book here as well that we almost missed. We did miss, actually. Not almost missed. The Book of Dissolution. Alexander Probst, following the foundational work of Husty Moore, recovered a copy of this work from a mountain temple in Persia. Other copies surface now and then, usually seared on rock. Okay. So that is in Deep Mandate. Okay. Go over there. Yeah, they're all Deep Mandate, I think. I think that might be the last language you need to learn as well. Oh, we did get our contentment. Good. The lights go down, bred gradually as the performance ends. There is no applause. We each drift into the street, alone with our dream. Okay. So fascination goes there. The sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. That's good as well. Now, let's head back here. So, good. Okay, Dorothy doing her thing. Always like to see it. Work is done, and now we're going to pause for a second because that there, we're going to put our Grail in there. We're then going to get Valciane. Okay, and we're going to slot that as well. So that then gives us 13. Okay, the Forge of Days. So it's major now instead of minor, right? So that's why we're looking for this thing. The Forge of Days destroys and renews. I'll invoke it with the Grail to renew my failing flesh with forbidden magics. Okay, do that. Takes in our decrepitude. We now have a much better chance of, yeah, if we could increase it to 15, it'd be even better. So something that we might do for the future is maybe give one of our forge people an item that will give them extra forge. So maybe like this is worth 4. Or if we give it to someone, I think they get half of it. I don't know whether it's that or one of these. So it's probably one of these, I would imagine, as a tool. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glow recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. Okay, there. Oops. There, and then slot that there. One thing's on. So if this works, then what we're going to be doing next is looking for some more Grail lore. It's going to help us. Okay, and you're doing it as well. That did not work. But Ted will ask her to try again. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll probably put the cult there next. You can go up there as well. So we're going to have to go grovel our job again as well after this. Let's go for there. Nice glimmering. All the glimmerings lately. The sun and splendor, the hour who once ruled the manses, was known to walk in the orchard before his terrible division. Sometimes his remnants walk here still. Sometimes I see the chilly radiance of the Mensgate through the trees, or the chillier radiance of the sun and rags. Were they to come upon me, it might be my end, but to see them in the distance is a gift of insight. Okay, so make those. Now we're gonna do this and let's see. Health. Oh. There we go. we're going to get some contentment there as well. The Forge of Days has failed me, or I've failed it. This magic has brought me only nightmares and peril. Okay, so out of that we got some Mystique. That was a glimmering. Got 4. We have some Dread as well. Go there. Okay, so we're going to have to get some Grail lore to be able to try that again. So maybe one of these, like, you might be a good one to study. Potentially. Yeah, let's go suck up and try and get our job back. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, and I can go sit there. And then we can slot that glimmering there. So yeah, this Mystique is gonna mess with us getting rid of the notoriety as well. Because she's gonna finish once she's done that. Okay, so we got our job back. And now we've got to get our position back in our job. Okay, we've read that. So let's get back in there. And let's get our job going again. Okay, yeah. Julia room, we can go there. Can we get her to try again? Actually, we shouldn't have, because... Oh, he will take the Mystique. And she may get the notoriety then. No, he's still going to be faster than her. Yeah, he gets notoriety. Okay, we get that. Soul fracture. Last night in the pavilion above the grey sprawl of the Bounds, a woman who once called herself Theresa Galmier sat on gilt-fringed cushions and offered me a horn cup of dream wine. The wine is imaginary, she explained, but the cup is not. To navigate the manses, one must understand the distinction. Perhaps one day you'll join me on the pilgrimage, or I'll join you. So here, let us share a secret, and our breath tickle my ear. Okay. So you go to there. And this. Now, you may be Grail lore, so we're going to try and study you. Amatheus and the Amethyst Imago pursuit. Matthias defied us to hunt the names of the moth in the wood, to populate his pin collection. The Amethyst Imago had dallied within the witch and sister, but she'd returned to the wood to plead the moth's pardon. The moth, as a whim or a penance, sent her out to lure it along to a slew of nightmares. Not a slough, a slew of nightmares. So poor Eldor, he's been being obstructed very much what she's trying to do. And I think he is going to finally get tentative evidence. But we can keep our nose clean, somewhat at least, the next little while. Although we are probably going to try... We are probably going to try the Forge's Redemption again pretty soon, which will generate notoriety that we're definitely going to have to try and get rid of. Yeah, I'm hoping for an Air edition. Maybe from Authority is pretty good as well. Last night I dreamt of a blue silk pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the Bounds. I listened to the mistress of the place speak of other visitors. The Suppression Bureau come here, did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. She snorts derisively. After what they tried to do to Christopher, but their folly is your fortune. I will tell you something that may help you if the Bureau ever troubles you. Okay, so that makes us certainly bolder now that we have that as well. That's good. Matthias loved the Imago, did he? Can long love, or has that organ of their soul desiccated beyond repair? The Imago loved Matthias, did she? Or did she only enact a whim? He pursued her through the wood, but at last she turned aside from the nightmare's slough, and then lay together where the bounds grow bright. So they learnt the Grail's pleasures, and this is the lore they won. Yep, we got some Grail. Perfect. Okay. So now let's study that with... Oh, we have to wait for a reason to be ready. But we'll study with some reason and break it down. So we're going to get, what? 3, right? So that's going to give us 2. No, we're going to get 4. Okay, that's excellent. Study with reason. I am certain my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, to solicitor, with the supervisors, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. Okay, so we slot that there. Let's... We could try to get rid of it, but I don't think we need to. I think we can just write it out for the minute. Oh, we'll move you up there even though you're almost gone. Better move these along as well. Goes there. Okay, got some fascination. Last night in the billowing blue of the lodge of the Sage Knight, I sat on velvet cushions and watched 2 dead contend with shining swords. They came of the place, said the woman who rules here now, the one who once called herself Galmier. I was not the Sage Knight, if that's what you're wondering. You went higher in the manses long before I came here. My attention has drifted. The swords sparkle like falling water. The dead move like dancers. Okay, now... let's see. We're going to study that with that. Okay, good. Then we're going to go back to the manses like so. Okay. Gotta wait for a reason to come back. Gonna be a bit more of this, I think, as we move towards having more health and less of everything else. Luckily, it's not all the time though. Let's take this straight away. No, actually, don't do that. Here we go. The wreath announces the master of ceremonies. A dancer undulates on the stage, unfolding her arms. Live moths spill in the stream from her mouth. Okay. Got those. Good. Move them to there. And then we'll study with reason. Okay, good. White moths eddy through the hall. They perch on the brims of wine glasses and sip. The audience applauds. The woman on stage moves as if she has too many limbs. Moths crowd my arms, nestle against my shoulder. A little while, I step outside and look at the clear, cold stars, and assume I dreamt the whole thing. The smokes of the club are treacherous. Okay, so we have our contentment. It's gonna deal with you, and then we've got you as well there. Okay, good. So we're going to have another try at the forge. I want to check something though. If we went there... No, actually, don't do that because it's going to lock up our timer. I was going to see what it is that we can give to her. I'm pretty sure it's a tool though. So we could give that to her and she would get... I think it's half. It could only be a quarter, but I think it's half. But I don't want to give it to her in case it is only a quarter, because then she'll only get one extra and that would be a waste. And you can only give them one tool ever as well, so there's no point in giving them a lesser tool. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, another favor. It's great. We've gotten so recently again that we have two of them. Let's get back in here. Okay, and then we want to do this. Yeah, that's for Final Ascension. We don't need that. Okay, so let's see if we can heal one of our decrepitudes finally. She's got a decent chance now. I think it might be something like 60%, but don't quote me on that. But obviously there's still a decent chance of losing it as well. Or not completing it, should I say. No, let's not do that just yet. Let's just continue reading these, I think. As the sun his course. So is it Joel or Hoyle? Let's go Joel. Joel of the Bridge, retired soldier and sometime tollkeeper, wrote this epic poem about Alexander's famously inexplicable decision at ISIS to withdraw from the war with the Achaemenids and his subsequent return to Macedonia. Okay. Alexander meets at Isis with Darius, king of the kings, for 3 days and 3 nights. On the first day, the two men trade threats. On the second day, promises. On the third day, secrets. Darius tells Alexander something so shattering that he retires to his tent to consider matters of strength and matters of mastery. Okay. So we're going to wait until we know the result of this before we end this episode. Okay. So he's on the lookout. He's going to get that. Dwarf Despair prowls elsewhere. Now we're going to get Dorothy going as well. Just in case, because if this completes, then we're going to generate, if that just completed there, it will have generated some notoriety that she can deal with. I've been renewed with flame, tempered with blood. My flesh is strong again, but the forge's radiance has dazzled my soul, and people will talk. Yeah, so notoriety was generated. Let's click those. And he got the notoriety, which is not great. Okay. So we'll start you and grovel. And then we'll get you going as well. So it's kind of weird now. We've had a success, but then we have a big issue here as well. Although again, we do have this for the next, what, 4 minutes? Okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens next time. Right, so I hope you have enjoyed that one. Hope you keep it safe out there. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.